In a rather unusual move, late this week, Republican Representative and lame duck Mo Brooks announced that, you know what? He's going to sit down and talk to the January 6th committee after all. And he says, of course, he's got a couple of conditions. First of all, he wants it to be public, right? Nothing behind closed doors. You're not going to take snippets of what I say, cut it up, and, trickle it out there. I'll talk to you, but I'm going to talk to you in public. Second of all, you got to give me all the things you got on me. Yeah, I got to see what I'm dealing with here before I walk in there. Fair enough. I'll give you that. Only if, of course, they put a stipulation in there that you can't back out of it. Which I think that stipulation is the fact that they've issued a subpoena for him to come and talk to the committee anyway. But here's where things get interesting. Mo Brooks, like many other Republicans, had basically made it clear, I'm not going to comply with any subpoenas. I'm not going to come talk to your stupid little committee. I don't want anything to do with it. You're a fraud. You're a farce, yada, yada, yada. And then suddenly this week, Mo Brooks loses his Senate primary runoff. The race where Donald Trump had previously endorsed him, then he famously came out and unendorsed him, and then supported his opponent, Katie Britt, who is now going on to be the Republican nominee and pretty much is guaranteed to win that Senate seat. Yeah. So I imagine Mo Brooks is probably pretty bitter. I imagine that's got to sting a little, right? I mean, Mo Brooks, you're an older guy. This could effectively be the end of your political career now. You can't run for House again this year. You've already missed all those deadlines because you were running for Senate. So you have nothing left. And a man with nothing left to lose is a dangerous man indeed, right? There's no telling what he's going to do. But he does know one thing. Donald Trump hurt him, hurt his career, may have actually ended his political career earlier than Brooks ever wanted it to end. And now he may be out for revenge. And using the January 6th committee, telling them everything that you know about what happened on that day would be a great way to get your revenge. The problem with that theory, which of course is what's going around social media and even in articles and whatnot, is that Brooks himself still has plenty to lose with this committee. He, of course, spoke at the Stop the Steal rally. He's the guy who was wearing body armor. There are reports that his staff actually coordinated with the organizers of the Stop the Steal rally, to help set the whole dang thing up. So Brooks could be implicated himself in some of these scandals. But speaking at the rally alone, which the rally was perfectly legal, the fact that it happened is not what is, in question legally here. So him speaking at it, of course, probably not illegal. They've actually had to look in it to see if whether or not he was using campaign funds and all that. And so far, they haven't found any wrongdoing. So maybe he's in the clear. He has, of course, been named in some of the civil lawsuits, but that's a different story for a different day. But Brooks has information. Brooks has information that could absolutely be relevant to this committee. And I do not personally think that it is a coincidence that the week he loses everything, he decides that maybe it's time to go talk to the committee. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.